Uzodinma using Asari Dokubo's boy to kill and destroy Imo State. Popular OAP Nonso Unkwa. A popular honor personality, Chinonso Uba, popularly known as Nonso Unkwa, has accused the governor of Imo State, Uzodinma, of being behind several killings in the state. Unkwa, in a now viral video, alleged that the Uzodinma hired merchants from an ex-militant leader, Asari Dokubo, who he claims are responsible for the killings and havoc in the state. Speaking in Igbo, Unkwa said, "The Ebubeagu boys in Imo State are Asari Dokubo's boys. The people of Imo don't know. Asari and his Ebubeagu boys move around the state, but when he comes in, no one will know." Asari Dokubo recruited Ebubeagu boys, Hope Uzodinma is using to work. Uzodinma and Dokubo have an agreement. Every Ebubeagu member in Imo State is his boy. If Asari does not like the Igbos, his boys too will not like the Igbos. Look at what is happening in Agwa, Olu, Ohaji, Egbema, and Izumbe. It's the Ebubeagu boys that are causing this havoc, and they hate the Igbos. They are using this opportunity now that they have an agreement with Imo State government to burn the house and wasting lives of Imo people. The government of Hope Uzodinma is using Ebubeagu, which is made up of Asari Dokubo's boys. And if your governor can go to an enemy of Indigo to seek help for security, that should tell you where we are now. Very interesting. Of course, this is all alleged. And this is the problem with people making different factions of security forces. It's so easy and, not as difficult for everyone to identify the police, the security force under the Nigerian government that we can hold accountable. When you start to mix in, and I think this is the problem, and Nigeria has caused it for itself, whether it's in the south, east, or in the west, if it's, what are they called, the Afenifere, like, we don't need all these vigilante groups or groups that have been made, but it's because the government and security forces do not do their jobs. And so how do you easily recognize and identify somebody who's carrying arms? A civilian should not be carrying arms, but then when you're not a civilian, but you're not the police, but you're also not recognized by the government, you're not a part of the security forces or the armed security forces, but you are running around in an area and you claim to secure the lives of people, then whoever is involved, whoever is the leader, whoever is collaborating with who, you would not know. How do you identify these? And that's why the time, of the Fulani headsmen, the unknown gunmen killings, it was so hard to identify who was who, because those people were carrying out attacks, but then people were blaming the Ebubeagu security network, they're blaming IPOB. So it's like, there's just so many bodies that are acting as security forces. We don't know who's meant to protect who. Meaning those that are actually perpetrating crime can disguise as one of these security forces to perpetrate more crime. So whether the names are, and whether Hope Uzodinma is the one behind it or it's Asari Dokubo's boys, how would you know? You can't identify. And this is the problem. So it just needs to be sorted out in the fact that the police should actually act more responsible and actually do their job, so they can see that, and the people can recognize and say, oh yes, these are the people that are meant to protect us. They have their uniform, they're identifiable. So when they carry arms, it's obviously not saying that the police is perfect and, we're all going to be living perfect lives and the most secure lives. But when you see a policeman with arms and a gun or whatever he's carrying or she's carrying, you can know, okay, fine, this is authorized. That's why it's such a criminal offense to impersonate the police. So why is the same thing happening? Because it's the impersonation of security and armed forces that is done in a way that is renamed to be vigilantes and security networks, when that shouldn't be the case. So I just think this whole confusion, because now you have alleged this, alleged that, this person's saying this person's behind this, and I'm like, it just turns into drama because it's now a governor of a state that is being accused of working with Asari Dokubo and bringing in, the Ebeagu boys who are apparently enemies of Igbos, but then their name is an Igbo name. It's so unnecessary. And my point is, we wouldn't have been in this position if the security forces had just done their jobs and the people did not feel the need to defend themselves. Because this is what happens. Because why would civilians feel the need to carry arms, get their cutlasses and defend themselves when they have a body that should be doing the job? So as a governor, it's actually very embarrassing. Yes, Asari Dokubo can be held accountable, but a governor who is basically the chief security officer of the state, letting this kind of thing run, if it is found to be true, but if it's not found to be true, but letting it run regardless in your state is a problem of irresponsibility and, just lack of leadership and control, because it can get overwhelming, in my personal opinion. Put what you think about it in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.